certain kind of conviction to follow this process. You have conviction on the process. On the process. So now you want to follow, and that's called Bhajan Kriya. Bhajan Kriya means action, Bhajan means service. So you start following the process with enthusiasm, with a goal. So conviction means goal. That is very important to understand. So when your doubts are cleared, your goal is cleared. And when your goal is cleared, then you start acting to achieve that goal. So our goal is love of God. And we are working for that goal. Our goal is not preaching. That's important to understand. Goal is love of God. That's what Mahaprabhu said, no? Krishna 𝗙𝗪𝗀𝗪𝗲𝗀. We are preaching to distribute that love. That's the mission of life. That's what we are supposed to do. That preaching is a part of life. Is it? Just like brushing, taking bath. Is brushing your goal of life? No. Is taking bath? No. That's a part of your life. Preaching is a part of life of a devotee. He can't live without preaching, no? You have to preach. Book distribution, prasadam. We all feel like that, no? If we don't do book distribution, preaching, and all these, we don't feel good. Mangalarti, we don't feel good. That's a part of life. But the goal is, we are doing all these things to get love. That's very important. And that has to be clear, otherwise you lose enthusiasm. So Bhajan Kriya has to be understood carefully. Bhajan Kriya means doing some actions or serving Krishna or doing all these actions of preaching, everything, to achieve our goal of love of God. So conviction demands goal or aim of life. There is no question of conviction if you don't know the aim of life. So you might say, okay, I am convinced in devotion. But then, are you clear your aim of life is love of God? Well, I heard it 4 years ago, but I don't even think of love of God. It happens, no? We don't even think of this. Our life's aim is love of God. We have just forgotten that. Most of us, we just forget. But don't confuse process with your goal. This is a process we are following to achieve that goal. Don't be entangled in the process. That's important. Although after attaining love, we'll be doing the same thing. We'll be doing, after attaining love, we'll be still preaching and taking prasad and chanting, but that will be a different take altogether. Now at the level of sadhana, we're following a process to achieve a goal. And that's what Rupa Goswami says, niyam agraha. Don't get involved in the rules and the process and forget the aim of your life. And that's very easy to do. That's very easy. That will happen. Everything will become mechanical after some time. And you see for yourself, how many times do you remember in a day, my life's aim is love of God? I don't think so. Remember? No, is it? We don't remember. It's like lost, like finished. So that is Bhajan Kriya. Fix your goal, love of God. Make yourself remember, my goal is love of God. And that you can do by reading Chaitanya Charitamrita daily. That's why Prabhupada wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you read Chaitanya Charitamrita daily, you will always remember your goal of life is love of God. That's why it's so important to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. At least for devotees who are there in this movement for last 5, 6, 10 years. And that's why I was asking how many people have read Chaitanya Charitamrita. But I don't get a proper answer from anybody. Nobody has read Chaitanya Charitamrita even once. Nobody even knows the names of Mahaprabhu's associates. It's so unfortunate to hear. Okay, so I'll ask you a question. Who was a personal servant of Mahaprabhu? Govind? Okay. Any other? That's good. Any other? That I could imagine you would have known that. Any other servant of Mahaprabhu? 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, you know that name, 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪? No. He was one of the servants of Mahaprabhu. He used to make way for him when Mahaprabhu used to go to the temple. So there are, you should know Chaitanya Charitamrita like a law book. You can forget your name, but don't forget names of associates of Mahaprabhu. It should be like that. If we love him, love means you love him and you love everything about him. That's love. So who was Rudra Pandit? Who was Mahesh Pandit? Who was Paramanand Puri? Who was... have you heard these names? Have you heard these names? So there's so many. That's what Chaitanya Charitamrita is all about. Please read Chaitanya Charitamrita daily. That's the question. Then, so do something, do anything which will make you remember your goal of life, love of God. Do that. Do that. And this is the best book to make you remember. So that's Bhajan Kriya. Bhajan Kriya, keep in mind, it's not just following a process. It's following a process with the aim to achieve love of God. So Bhajan Kriya also includes, the action with the action which is goal directed, and action with eagerness to attain that goal. That's Bhajan Kriya. So for example, you feel hungry, and you feel extremely hungry. Since morning you didn't eat anything, you go for a work and come back and enter the house at 8 o'clock. You didn't eat anything. Then you will be just searching one thing, food, no? that will be only there in your mind, nothing else, food. I need something to eat. That's also that, just like a hungry man searches for food. Similarly, Bhajan Kriya means hunger to attain love. With that hunger, we have to follow this process. And how to get that hunger? By reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, or reading probably Prabhupada's life or something. You have to make yourself remember. Okay. Or Chaitanya Charitamrita, or you can also read Nectar of Devotion. That's a very nice book to make yourself remember what is love. So Bhajan Kriya. Okay. So now you follow this process. So you understand the symptoms of this third step. If you're following the process without eagerness to attain that goal, this means you're not at level of Bhajan Kriya. We are somewhere, we are not in the process. We are like a machine. We are nowhere. We don't advance. So if you follow this process nicely, Bhajan Kriya, then you go to next step. Shraddha, Sadhu Sang, Bhajan Kriya, Anarth Nivritti. Then your heart becomes cleansed. So anarth means, earth means valuable. Earth means, in Sanskrit, artha means money. Arth Shastra. We all know, no? Earth. So why money is called earth? Because money is valuable. That's why. If you go to so suppose if you go to Mars, and in the Mars, your dollars and money will have no value. So there, money will be called as anarth, because it's of no value. Probably if the currency is some sand, then that will be artha. So artha in sense means valuable. And because money is valuable, so we call money as artha, but otherwise in itself artha is valuable. And anartha means invaluable. So anarth nivritti, what doesn't add any value to your life, that is called anartha. Simple. Even in devotional life, whatever doesn't add value to your devotion, that is anartha. So either in devotional life or in material life, anything which doesn't help you to advance in devotion, that is anartha. That's all. So if you're associating with devotees and you're not advancing in devotional life, rather you're going down by associating with some kind of devotees, then that association is earth or non-earth. That is anartha. So don't get confused. Okay, I'm taking association with devotees, so this is good. No, it's not necessary. That's anarth nivritti. Anything invaluable, you will start losing importance for anything which will not help you to advance in Krishna consciousness. You will start losing taste in anything which will not help you to advance in Krishna consciousness. That taste, you will lose that taste. So it's a matter of taste. It's a matter of giving value. So Prabhupada says, money is sweeter than honey. Prabhupada said, no. So why anything is valuable? Anything is valuable because we have taste for it. No, that anything is valuable, we develop taste for it. So that you have to check by taste. Anarth nivritti. How do you know that your anarthas are going? Just by one thing, that you lose all taste for what is pratikul and you develop all taste what is anukul. You can accept whatever is favorable to devotional service without any hesitation. And you can reject whatever is unfavorable to devotional service, like we pass stool and even don't look back. Like that we reject. That is anartha nivritti. In fact, after Bhajan Kriya, anartha nivritti is there. This shows that the first mercy of God is to help you get rid of this unwanted things. If Krishna is really merciful to you, He will make you lose taste in everything which is not adding value to your life. You will just lose taste. It might be there, but you will lose taste. You will lose taste in all those things. Okay, forget it. So that is anartha nivritti. The first mercy of Krishna is to help you to know what is wrong with you. What are your misconceptions? How much confusion we have, how much dirt we have, you will come to know. And then you can work on it. But the one point you have to keep on mind is, anartha nivritti means destroying anarthas. That Krishna will not do for you, that you have to do. It's not, Krishna is not a sweeper, no. He'll come in your heart and sweep everything. He's not going to do. He'll give you the strength to do it. He will give you the intelligence to do it. He will show you this is a problem. Okay, fine, this is a problem, now you do it. That's the idea. So, even at the level of anartha nivritti, you have to work hard. You have to work hard to get out of those anarthas. You have to work hard so that those things doesn't come back again. They can always come back, no? You can put, like in India. So in India, every day you have to broom. You broom nicely, you sweep, and the next day again dust. No, I don't know from where it comes. Even if door is closed, still it will come. In India, it's like that, no? So, you have to be careful, it doesn't come back. That is anartha nivritti. So anartha nivritti is not automatic. That okay, you're chanting and you're following the process and you get rid of all unwanted things. No. When you're chanting, when you're becoming pure, then Krishna will enter your heart. And He's like sun, there will be light. And in that light He will show you, okay, here, this is a problem with you. This is, you are envious of devotees. You're proud. You're lusty. And now, okay, work on it. So then you will ask Krishna, how should I work on it? Krishna will inspire you. Okay, do this, like this. Krishna will inspire you, ask that devotee how to do. And then you can work on it. And then you can also, you have to guard it so that those things doesn't come back. So that's why it is said there is no holiday, there is no Sunday in devotion. No, it is said there is no Sunday. You can't take rest. As soon as you take rest, everything comes back. So that's anartha nivritti. So when you're working hard and you are getting out all these anarthas, so you have to see what's there, and whatever problem you diagnose, then you have to put an appropriate solution. To find a solution for that. So suppose for example, if you find, you know what, see, I am really envious of devotees in your heart. If you find like that, suppose, then you have to put a solution. Okay, what's the solution? Okay, the devotees I don't like, I should go to them, talk to them, is it? Make friends with them, and then you will have no enviousness, is it? I'm giving a one solution. Or if suppose you're going for a preaching program, and by the way you land up in some girls' hostel to do some program as a brahmachari, and then you are there and your mind is like out, girls' hostel, if you're preaching, what will happen? And then you say, come on, there's a problem having, there's a problem in my heart, and there's a problem, of lust. So then what's the solution? Appropriate solution is stop that program. That's all. Don't go to that program. You see, I'm giving examples. Some solution you have to think. Every situation have different solutions. And if you pray to Krishna, He will provide you a solution. He will provide you a solution. But He will provide you a solution if you want that solution. So don't think everything will happen itself. I will keep on chanting and automatically my heart becomes pure. Yes, automatically it will become pure. But then it will happen if you put some efforts. You have to try from end. Prabhupada said in lecture, yes, automatically in this lecture only. So So 1968, October 20, in Seattle, he was giving lecture. And Prabhupada said, yes, by doing devotion, automatically our good qualities come. Automatically, you lose taste in this material world, but you should try also to develop good qualities. You should try, and then Krishna will help. Krishna will tell you how to do that. So that is anartha nivritti. And then when your heart becomes clean and you are working on that like a surgeon, like a mechanic, you are not a mechanic, no, like a surgeon, you are working on your heart, then anartha nivritti syat, then atha nishtha. Atha means now. Now Rupa Goswami doesn't use tato, then. He says, first he says you get faith, then you get sadhu sang, then you get bhajan kriya, then you get anartha nivritti. And then he says, now atha. Now you get nishtha. So now there's a transition in your devotional life. When you are doing all these things, sadhu sang, bhajan kriya, anartha nivritti, you're working hard to find good devotees, to solve your doubts. You're working hard to serve Krishna with a goal and not losing sight of the goal, and trying to make yourself remember love is the goal of my life. You're working hard to clean your heart and also devise some plans to get out of any situation which will make you fall down. When you're doing that, then one day then Krishna will give you many gifts. He will start giving you gifts, no? Because you're working hard, you'll get a reward. Is it? When you work hard in a company, you get gifts. So now Krishna will start giving you gifts. Or in company you say perks, you say perks, no? Now you get perks. So that's why Rupa Goswami says atha, now. He doesn't say then. Then is over. Now you are on the fourth step of ladder. And now you climb one step, Shraddha, next step sadhu sang, next step bhajan kriya, next step anartha nivritti, fourth step. When you go on fifth step, you get a prize. But first you have to make to fifth step, five steps, no? Just like child. So we say small children, we say walk. When children start walking, small child, 1 year old, and we say, come on, walk, and he starts walking, and he's standing there, you are here, he walks and he falls down, then he says, come, and he stands up again, walks, and when he comes to you, you give a toffee, okay, nice, no? And that's the idea. So when you reach this platform of Bhajana Kriya, then the fifth step, nishtha, then you get a prize, and the prize and the reward and the gift is, first gift of Krishna is nishtha. Nishtha means that kind of faith which cannot be destroyed in any condition. Even if entire world says Krishna is not supreme and you are alone, still you will say, no problem, I will follow Krishna. That kind of faith. Even if you don't have any books, all books are lost, all temples are lost, you are in the jungle, but still you will not leave Krishna. Even if somebody comes and convinces you there is no Krishna, Krishna is not God, still you will not leave him. That is nishtha. Nishtha is absolute faith in the supremacy of Krishna, in his devotional service, and in the goal of life, love of God. Absolute faith. Nobody can deter you from that platform. That is called nishtha. So nishtha means a point of no return. That's nishtha. Before that, you can always return. And that means no return at the level of body, no return at the level of mind. So at the level of nishtha, what will happen? How will you know that I have nishtha or not? How will you know that? You can know that by your chanting. When you chant, your mind will not return from the holy name. Is it? That means your mind will not go here and there. If your mind is going here and there, that most of us happens, no? We chant and our mind is all over. This means when you're chanting, your mind is going up to the holy name and then coming back to this material world. No? That's happening, no? You chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. For some time your mind is focused on holy name and then it returns back to its nonsense thoughts. So that means you're not convinced. You're not at platform nishtha. At the level of nishtha, your mind will not think anything except Krishna. If you want to fix it, it will fix. It will fix. Of course, most of us are there in devotion for 15 and 20 years, whatever, 10 years, 12 years. So you might say, okay, so we are not at level of Nishtha, because even after 12 years, you're chanting and your mind is like going here and there, and it's just like all over the place, and you're not able to control. You don't have, so technically you're not at level of Nishtha. You might have got some kind of conviction or a shadow of that conviction, but not real Nishtha. Real Nishtha, the symptom of this platform of real conviction is that when you chant, your mind will be completely fixed on chanting of holy names. It will not run here and there. Most of the times. Sometimes it can, but most of the time. That is Nishtha. So you can check by that. And then the next stage is, then the next gift. So you go to next step, sixth step. Sixth step is Ruchi. Ruchi means interest. This is the next gift of Krishna. Once you get conviction, this kind of conviction, Krishna is everything, His holy name is everything. When I chant His holy names, I am with Krishna and I am not supposed to think anything, and you can simply fix your mind on Him. Then He gives you next gift, Ruchi. Ruchi means interest. You develop interest in holy name. And the symptom of this platform is, so you might think, okay fine, I have Ruchi. Now most of us don't have Ruchi, because most of us are not even at platform Nishtha, no? It's just shadow of this platform somewhere falling on us. We are not at that platform. And what is interest? How do we know we have got real Ruchi for Krishna? Is it sentimental? Or we are at platform Ruchi, real Ruchi? Are we having shadow of Ruchi? Or we are having substance of Ruchi? That we have to check. And the symptom of this platform is that if you have interest in Krishna, and when you follow devotional service, when you chant, when you do devotion, when you do deity worship, you come to temple, your mind will be completely fixed on Krishna. Or in other words, your mind will flow towards Krishna. That's Ruchi. That's Ruchi. You will sit and you will chant, and your mind will automatically start thinking of Krishna. Just by chanting. That's the level of Ruchi. So it's like, so it's almost like you all have children. As soon as you think of your child, you start thinking everything about him, no? You close your eyes, think of your child, and your mind will start thinking everything about him. Slowly, is it? Spontaneously. Ruchi is the platform of spontaneity. Spontaneity. Just like a boy and the girl. You don't have to do anything. Just sit and start thinking about that girl. And then leave your mind. Your mind will automatically start thinking. It will keep on thinking. It will not stop. It will be on a autopilot. So Ruchi is autopilot. You are on autopilot. That interest, now Krishna gives you level interest. And the seventh step is another gift of Krishna. Krishna has infinite gifts, if you want that. But it's not just wanting, you have to deserve that. You have to develop a qualification for that. He'll give you. The next gift is Asakti, attachment. And the thing, this platform, attachment and interest, there are two different things. At the platform of Ruchi, your mind spontaneously flows towards Krishna. But when you go out of temple and you go to Hollywood, your mind will also spontaneously flow towards movies. The point is, when you are here, your mind gets attracted towards Krishna. He is interesting. But when you go out, that can also attract you, still at the level of Ruchi. Still, material world has a power to attract you. But at the level of attachment, that doesn't happen. You're out of grips of power of this material world. You're out of that. So even if you're in Hollywood, you'll be sitting, but your mind will go towards Krishna automatically. That's level of asakti or attachment. That's a pretty much high level. At this level, Ragonuga Bhakti begins. Real devotion begins from this level, attachment. You're sitting here, you're sitting out, you're sitting in a home, somebody's watching television and you're sitting in front of it, but automatically your mind will start thinking of that, of Krishna. Automatically. You don't, even if you want to stop, you will not be able to stop. That's the level of attachment. If you want to stop thinking about Krishna, you will not be able to. Just like girls and boys. Even if they want to stop thinking about that girl, he will not be able to stop it, no? If you fall in love with a girl, you can't stop. Your parents will be saying, no, leave that girl. I can't do that. I can't do that. Simply, I can't do that. So attachment is a level of addiction. At this level of asakti, you get addicted. Even if you want to stop, you will not stop. But at the level of ruchi or interest, if you want to stop, you will be able to stop it. So at the level of ruchi, if you do some foolishness, you can fall down. Is it? If you want to stop thinking about Krishna, you can stop and you start watching, and slowly you will develop interest in watching movies. Like you all go to India, no? Aeroplanes. Do you watch movies? Sometimes. If you start watching movies in aeroplane, and slowly you'll start getting interest in, you'll forget Krishna. But at the level of attachment, if you watch that movie, you will that can go on, but your mind will helplessly think about Krishna. You'll not be able to stop thinking about Krishna. That is attachment. That is real level of devotion. Below this level, it is said in scriptures, we are not doing devotion. We are practicing devotion. You see? Below the level of attachment, until unless we achieve this platform of attachment, below this attachment, it is just sadhana. Sadhana means we are practicing devotion. Really, if you ask what is devotion, starts from attachment. That's what 7th chapter begins. 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗲𝗀 manapartha. 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗲 manapartha. From 7th chapter, Krishna is talking about devotion, bhakti yoga. And it starts with first verse, attachment. So we have to approach this platform of attachment, otherwise we are at risk. Anything below level of asakti is risky. Most of us are not at that level. Most of us are not even at the level of nishtha. Because when we are chanting, our mind is like out. We are at big risk. Maya can always come and take you back. Maya can reclaim you back. Just like Krishna wants to reclaim you, Maya also wants to reclaim you. She is also active. She's making plans. She can always take you back. So attachment. And once you get this gift of attachment, you're safe. And then Rupa Goswami says, atha bhava. Now, atha nishtha, tatha ruchi. After nishtha, then you get ruchi, then you get asakti. And then again she says, atha bhava. He again uses the word atha. Then again there's a transition. There was a transition at the level of anartha nivritti. And now there's a transition at the level of asakti. After attachment, the platform of devotion is bhava. You get bhava. And bhava means emotions for Krishna. Now these emotions are not ordinary emotions. These are not emotions like your grandmother used to see Mahabharata and Ramayana, tears were coming in her eyes. That's not the kind of, that's complete nonsense. That's a shadow of devotion. That's nothing. That's all. That's not. Bhava has a definition. Real sentiments for Krishna or emotions, they have a definition, and Prabhupada defines. It's a full science in Nectar of Devotion you read. So what's the definition of bhava? The definition of bhava is, at this level, it is said it is a first ray of love of God. Bhava platform. This is a special gift of Krishna. At this level of devotion, you will start feeling separation from Him. That is one symptom of this platform, bhava. We'll start feeling separation. Prabhupada explains 9 symptoms of this platform. And one of the important symptoms is you will start. What's that I just told? Yeah. So what was the symptom I told of bhava now?
Feeling separation.
Yeah, we'll start feeling separation. We'll start feeling I am away from Krishna. Krishna is not, I am here in this material world and Krishna is there in spiritual world. How should I meet Him? That kind of desire will appear in heart. Not the desire to serve, but desire to meet. There's a difference. Before there's a desire to serve now, no? But now you have desire to meet. Before you are attached to service, but now you are attached to the person whom you are serving, Krishna. And before you were happy, but now you are sad. Before you were doing so many things in spiritual life. You were actively serving Him. But now also at this platform you serve Him, but with a feeling of separation from Him. That's what this platform is. It's a very high platform. So people say, okay, I have sentiments for Krishna. I weep when I see Krishna. Many people are like that, no? They get tears, especially women who are weak-hearted. Generally they get tears and they like Krishna. Okay, I have sentiments. But then if you love Krishna, then you should also feel separation from him. No? If we love our child, if he goes away, we feel separation. Is it? So that is what is one of the symptoms of bhava. And Prabhupada says another symptom of this stage is 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗪𝗀. You will never waste time. You will hate wasting time. The symptom of bhava is you will start hating yourself. You will start hating yourself. Why? Because we will understand that the greatest obstacle between me and Krishna is myself. That's all. It's not Maya. All the time we have been blaming Maya. All the time we have been blaming offenses. But now you will understand who is stopping me to go to Krishna? Me. It is I who is coming between me and Krishna. As soon as you remove this I, you are perfect. Removing I doesn't mean destroying I. That's not Mayavad. Removing I means losing all importance for oneself. So at this level you will lose all importance for yourself. You will lose all importance for your ideas, for your plans, for your emotions, for your intentions. Your personal, everything personal will go. And you will give all importance to Krishna's plans, Krishna's interest, Krishna's emotions. It will just transfer from I to him. From Ami to Tumar. That's what is going to happen in bhava. So, Krishna says, Puta mat bhava magata. You will attain the same quality of Krishna. Or in other words, if you ask technically, 𝗙𝗲𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀 ki. Or in other words, you will start thinking of Krishna and Krishna will start thinking of you. Or in other words, you will start thinking how Krishna thinks. That will happen in stage of bhava. No, that's happened, no? If you are attached to somebody, then you will start thinking how he thinks, no? You will start thinking like that. You will be able to think what he thinks. That is real attachment, no? Real emotions. So wife can understand what husband wants. Husband can understand what wife wants, even without speaking. You can access that mind. So that's at the platform of bhava. You get emotions, and by the power of that emotions, you can enter the mind of God. And you can understand what exactly he wants from me. What exactly is thinking about me. Not you are thinking about him. So it just flips from you to him. That's the stage. These kind of sentiments you will have. And you will not waste any time. Another symptom of bhava is sacrifice. You will start sacrificing. Now you are serving. By that platform you will want to sacrifice, not just serve. Prabhupada says in one of his letters that gopi bhav. Bhav means service and sacrifice. Most of us do service, but when it comes to sacrifice, we step back, no? Most of us, we don't. Prabhupada disciples were doing. Prabhupada said to his disciples, go to England, go to America. They just left their jobs and everything in England, no? All these hippies. They could do that. That's why Prabhupada movement spread. If we were all there with Prabhupada, ISKCON would not have gone worldwide, definitely. He would have messed his mission up. It was those people, you know. It was what's that called? Blessings in disguise for them, that they were hippies. It was a curse being a hippie, but it became a boon. That they had this habit of sacrificing. And they could do that. So at that platform of bhava, you can sacrifice spontaneously for Krishna. That thought will come of sacrifice. So just like mother can sacrifice for child, mother sacrifices her time, her energy, everything, no, sleep in the night. So that kind of thing will come at the platform of bhava. So we have 9 symptoms of bhava. It's not easy to come to that platform. You can sacrifice even your life for Krishna, not just your time, your life. So that means you can take big risks for Krishna. You can take challenges for him. Just like Prabhupada was saying, that will happen at the step of Bhava. So you can't cheat yourself that I have achieved this platform. It's not just tears and horripilations in your body. That's not just the point of Bhava. That will happen, tears in your eyes. But there's more to it. It's a big dimension there. It's not just symptoms, no? So Bhavas, the stage of Bhava can be recognized by sacrifice, by not wasting time, and by all these what I have explained. Then we can understand we are at this platform Bhava. And then when you keep on going, then you achieve a platform of love. That's the 9th step, 9th ladder. Shraddha, Sadhu Sang, Bhajan Kriya, Anarthnivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava. 8th and 9th. When you go to 9th step, Krishna will give you the final gift, then that is love of God. And that means Rupa Goswami, Prabhupada describes love. He defines love as he describes love as 𝗪𝗲𝗪𝗲 मार्स्ने ममता अतिशयाङ्कित भावेव सान्द्रानात्मा प्रेमा इति प्रेमा निगद्यते. That's 1.4.11. That's the verse. 1.4.11. And Prabhupada explains there in Nectar of Devotion that the symptoms of love is in the 𝗪𝗲𝗪 मार्स्ने, your heart will melt. And what that melting means, your heart will have a desire to have relationship with Him. Previously there was a desire to meet Him. But now there's a desire to develop a relationship with Him. Krishna, I want to develop a relationship with you. So for example, when Ram went to forest, Danda Karane, those rishis wanted to have a relationship with Ram, no? They wanted to marry him. So that kind of thought will come. I want to have a relationship with him at the platform of love. I want to be with his friend or something. Some family tie with him. Is it? That is love, first symptom. And the next symptom of love is mamta atishayankita. You will think Krishna is yours and you are Krishna's. That reciprocation will come. Krishna is my sweet Lord. Isn't that George Harrison? He sang that. Krishna is mine and I am Krishna's. Krishna is my master's master. That's what we think. So at the level of love, you have possession. You have possessiveness for Krishna. Just like we have possessiveness for our body. Is it? We can't leave a body, is it? So if I give you $400 million and if I ask you, you just have to give me your hand, right hand. That's all. Will you do that? $400 million. No. Not right hand. That's impossible. You'll not do that. Because we have possessiveness for a body. We can't lose anything, any part of our body. That kind of possessiveness will come for Krishna. In no circumstance you want to leave Him. And no circumstance can make you leave Him. No circumstance, no time, no place can make you forget can make you forget Him. That's impossible. That's why Prabhupada said in America, he said, I never left Vrindavan. I'm always in Vrindavan, no? That's love, that possessiveness. Krishna is mine. Krishna is my Lord. That will come. And the third symptom of love is mamta atishayankita bhava sandranatma. Your bhava will become very condensed. That means your separation from Lord will become very condensed. And to the extent that even when you are seeing Krishna, still you will feel separation. That's love. So you are in front of Krishna, but still you are feeling separation. That kind of separation you will feel. Sandranatma, condensed bhava, condensed emotions. So how this is possible? Krishna is there in front of me, but still I feel separation. That kind of thing. The idea is, when you see Krishna, you will fear separation. When you see Krishna, you will not think, okay, now I am seeing Krishna, it's nice. You will think, the next moment I have to leave Him. And He will no longer be there in my sight. So that kind of separation. At the level of love, your emotions become so condensed that at this level you can sacrifice anything for Krishna. Anything. Millions of lives you are ready to sacrifice. At this level, the bliss will become so condensed, happiness will become so high that you will come to temple and pray to Radha Nil Madhav, please stop this happiness. I can't tolerate it. I'll die. You will not pray to him, Krishna, please give me a drop of happiness. That's sometimes I'm completely worn out. At this level you will pray, Krishna, please stop this happiness because I'm not able to serve you now. It's so much happiness, I can't do your service. I can't even chant your rounds. And that was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So anyway, about this particular concept of happiness, I'm going to talk on Friday or Saturday something. And the name of the seminar is Madness in Action, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'll talk about that in details. But the idea is at this level, what Mahaprabhu was experiencing, you will pray, Krishna, please stop giving me happiness. I don't want to remember you. Because I can't do your services. It's hampering my chanting. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was saying Hare in the night, Krishna in the morning. He couldn't finish his rounds. So much happiness. That is love. So, are we at the level of love? We can't even see it now. It's somewhere above the clouds. We are not at that level. We have to go to that level somehow or the other. If we have to go back to Godhead, we have to achieve this platform. If we don't come at this platform, we are coming back in birth and death. It's not a game. It's not a joke that you do whatever and Krishna will take you back. No. That's why Rupa Goswami is explaining these symptoms. Why is explaining all these symptoms? To help us know where you are. So if before you leave your last breath, you have to be at this platform. And you can know whether we are there at this platform or not. And if you are not, then it's time to work hard. It's no time to waste time and to chit chat and parties, and that's no time now like that. It's time to read books. It's time to chant nicely. It's time to spend time on meditation and contemplation. That's love. Bhava eva sandranatma. And then that is called love. So that is a final gift of Krishna. And then after love, when you attain love, that's not the end. Because there is no end in spiritual life, no. In material things, everything ends. But in spiritual, nothing ends. If something ends there, then that is not spiritual word, that is material word. So even after love, then Krishna has many gifts. There are still higher levels of love. Still Krishna, if you can, you can. If you want, you can. If you don't want, forget about all those higher stages. Even love will not be able to achieve. There are levels of, after love you get sneh, man, pranay, and then bhav, mahabhav. There are so many levels. The sky is unlimited. All birds are flying in the sky. But some at low level, some at higher level. Vultures fly very high. Even some birds, they can be there, they can fly even more high. So that's up to you. That's up to you, how much high you want to fly. Everybody is in the sky. But now it's up to you how much high you want to fly. And Krishna is ready. Krishna is ready. Krishna is ready always to help you. But if you want that, that's what he's waiting for. He's just waiting for your wanting. And then he's there. He's always there. So, my request is, please, we are all fortunate to be in mission of Lord Chaitanya. We are all fortunate. But if we don't attain love of God, even after coming to this mission, we will be the most unfortunate. We'll become most unfortunate. You are just on the bank of river of nectar and you don't take a sip. What people will say? You are crazy, you are mad. You are most unfortunate. And that's what we are there. It's there, but now you have to drink it. So the way to do it is chant nicely, read Prabhupada books, always keep your goal focused. That is why read Chaitanya Charitamrita. Don't forget what is your goal. Associate with good devotees and then meditate, contemplate and advance. This is 9 steps to the temple of love of God. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anything? Yeah.
First one is you mentioned the spirit of sacrifice, immediately Kripa Prabhu came to my mind. So between East Germany and West Germany, he would take his Mercedes and smuggle books into East
Acha? Oh, really?
He's caught, finished.
Acha?
It's almost like near death.
Oh, then see, that's a good, yeah. They sacrificed, yeah. That's why they got mercy.
And the second example that came to my mind is one of the devotees, a Russian devotee who passed away about 8 years ago in this temple.
Ah, hey, in this temple?
This temple. He was in Russia and then passed
Acha.
away in America. So he used to smuggle books in Russia.
What was his name?
I don't remember. He was a
Acha. Acha.
He used to smuggle books in Russia. Again, if he's
Yeah, they're gone, yeah, they're gone.
So when he passed away in one of the hospitals in Seattle. Continuously he would say Hare Krishna mantra and then Jai Nitai Gaur, and he passed away saying that.
Acha, see?
His level was at a very
So like that, people.
I don't remember the Prabhu's name now.
Okay.
And the question I have is it simultaneously possible to be in multiple, right? Now, it looks like based on your explanation, I feel, oh, I am in Shraddha stage. And based on some of the examples that you have given, I feel that, oh, I am in Sadhusanga stage.
No, actually what is happening is, we are not exactly at that stage. So for example, Nishtha. We are not at level of Nishtha because our mind is like running here there. But the shadow of those stages fall on us now. They're higher, no? So their shadow falls on us. Some effects of those stage even you can experience now. But you're not at that stage.
Definitely not, because we cannot.
Yeah, we are not at that stage, no? But some effect seeps down. By causeless mercy of Krishna, He will give you a glimpse of those stages. Let me put it like that. To enthuse you, is it? So sometimes we chant and our mind is fully fixed. And it's so bliss, and then it goes. So we are not at that stage. If we would have been at stage, then we would earn that thing. But now Krishna is giving just a sample. He keeps on showing, okay, this is a stage, achieve this. So now it's all samples, that's all. Some kind of drop by Krishna he's just showing us. You're not at the stage. So it answers your question? Like that? Yeah. Okay, so if that's it, thank you very much. And I have some books there. You can always take that. I announced yesterday.